roughly 3 weeks for that inspection to be done. James then got paid. He died the next day. I like to think that he was waiting for 2 years for this money to come into his bank, or however did he do back then. Yeah. He went out on a bit of a bender, partied that too hard, and just kept it. However, he was 56 years old. Now, it's not old now, but back then, that was old. But he wasn't having to dig these canals out. He wasn't having to work down these mines because he was already from aristocracy, got money in his back pocket. Yeah? So his lifestyle was completely different to these kids that was doing all of this background work. Now, the only reason these canals were built was for industrial purposes. So these buildings that you see here were all built in the mid-90s. There wasn't any residential properties that was alongside the canals. The only residential properties that you would have would be the lockkeepers' properties. Because if you were a factory, whatever your product was, whether it was iron, chemicals, glass, whatever product you were making, you wanted to be lined against the canal. Because if you were a mile down the road away from a canal, it's going to be lost in parts. Yeah? You can get this done so much quicker. In fact, when this was opened in 1769, the price of coal plummeted to less than half it was the day before. You've not got to feel sorry for those coal mine owners, because they were making way more money than they ever had been previously, because they're making at least a 30 times saving on transportation costs. You can get up to 40 tons on here, can't you? You can only get just over a ton on a horse and cart, and you're still only using one man and the one horse to pull the boat. Now you can imagine back then, every single property, whether it was a factory, whether it was a home, all used coal. So you're very polluted. There was a saying back then called black by day, red by night. Black by day because you'd have thick smog that would be blocking out your sunlight. Red by night because you've got all these furnaces and homes burning the coal. So it would leave a red haze. We've got silver birch trees. On the silver birch tree there's a moth called the pepper moth. During the days where it was heavily polluted, that moth evolved from being silver with black spots to black with silver spots. As soon as that pollutant went away, within a 100-year time span, this moth in this area re-evolved again, going back to silver with black speckles on. You only find that moth in this area, and it is a subspecies of that peppered moth. Scientists are really intrigued by it because of how quickly it evolved. You're talking less than 100 years for evolution. Mental. Now, in a minute, I'm going to have to go to the front. I'm going to shut up for a bit because I need to be at Saul's eyes and ears because he can't see round the corners. Once we've gone round here, I'll come back. 70 foot long, so Axel at the back won't be able to see if anything's coming out of that left-hand side bridge. And it'll be about another 30 seconds before he can see. By the time he does see, it's too late. We've already had the accident.
Just quickly going to grab a drink, do apologies.
So you can imagine how busy this actually got. Yeah? Just like our motorways, we got really congested. So they had to make some improvements. They couldn't use James anymore because he hired too hard. That's on another engineer. So that engineer that they chose was a guy called Sir Thomas Talbot. Some of you will probably recognise that name because he is a quite famous engineer in this country anyway. He's done the aqueduct in Llangollen in Wales. He's got a town named after him, Salford. So they employed him to do improvements that needed to be done. We've just left James Brindley's original contour canal